I've got the cobwebs behind me.
That's the sing.
I do have an album coming out.
What's the name of your album?
From here on out.
From here on out. Why? What's up with that name?
I'm going to officially release on CD Baby on April 27th, 2015. But it can take up to a week or two afterwards to get on iTunes. As far as everything else is concerned, I will be showing up on all the major streaming services. The genre of this, I would say, would be if you took pop and rock instrumentals and mixed with a little blues, and you laid very soulful, folksy lyrics and vocals on top of it. It has a lot of my personality in that song.
That's cool.
And it was so much fun to do, and it reminded me of some of the older stuff that I used to really get into. Yeah. I can't not say Penny on the Dollar. That was the first song that I started writing.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first one that I finished, and it was the first one that I don't know. It kind of drove home that I could do this. Yes, I am on a record label. However, it's my own label.
Yeah.
And it's called Leolin Records. And should I go into what that stands for?
No,
No.
leave it a mystery for now, I guess.
Okay. I work at a high school right now.
Yeah.
And
what do you do at the high school?
I am a substitute teacher.
Oh, okay.
And I do various other things on campus because I've been with them for so long. Shout out to my kids. On a regular basis, I would say almost every classroom now, they ask me to sing for them at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like clockwork, every time I do so, one of them is like, Miss Chris, why don't you get on American Idol? Why don't you get on The Voice?
Yeah.
To which I say, I love you guys because I know you're looking out for me, but that's not my thought. My thought of my path, I should say. Well, I've been writing poetry and I've been singing for a really long time, and both of those things have been part of my life since as far back as I can remember. I've always been very passionate about music in general, but I never thought about combining those two until I started learning how to play guitar. And once I started learning how to play guitar, I started noticing the more that I would play the chords together in certain ways, a certain kind of feeling would come up, and it was actually easier for me to write. Will Seward.
Okay.
I met him through Craigslist, and he was looking for basically somebody to just jam with, and we started playing some stuff, and I started listening to some of his stuff, he started listening to some of mine, then eventually we decided, hey, maybe we should play out. He got more comfortable with my music, I got more comfortable with his, and then eventually I asked him, I started really liking what he was doing with my music, the way that he was playing. I hope that they recognize that I didn't just throw this all together last minute, and that I took a lot of time and a lot of looking things over and over again just to make sure that the quality was good. Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram. Those are going to be the four main ones. The record label will also be on all of those platforms as well.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else that comes my way that I see fancy.
Yeah, see fancy.
I see fancy.